Yes, you do, MP Masse.
With regards to the discussion, I want to add something for the record here. For excise profit tax and greedflation or windfall tax, they have different connotations, but often those are the three that are mentioned. They're actually very familiar here in North America. The U.S. is implemented in 1917 and 1935 and 1933, 1940 and 1943, and also 1950 and 1953, all deal with the fact that profits to large corporations were excessive because they weren't, from the work they were doing, they were the benefactories of economic and social conditions during those times. And that's why the United States has actually done that. In fact, when you looked across the ocean there with regards to the United Kingdom and Great Britain, the Conservative PM has actually put in place a 25% energy profits levy. And that's also been raised as him as prime minister now, the Conservative prime minister, to 35% on energy profits. And that will stay in place, as he's announced most recently, back until up to 2029 that will be in place. And then when you look at the other countries in the world that are looking at this issue, a quick review of that will be Austria, which actually has implemented a windfall profit tax on electricity and oil and gas companies. You have Belgium that is doing it for electricity producers. You have Bulgaria, which is doing for electricity and refining industries. Croatia, which is doing for electricity and also doing other companies as well too. The Czech Republic is actually doing electricity and also the banks and other energy fossil fuels, similar to many of the other European states. Finland is doing electric, gas, and oil companies. France is doing electricity producers, mining, refining, and petroleum and manufacturing of coke products. Germany is doing it for electricity producers. Greece, they're doing certain energy sectors as well. You also have Hungary, which is doing petroleum producers, pharmaceutical distributors, mining royalties, airline companies, credit and financial institutions are included. You have Ireland that's doing it for electricity producers. You have as well Italy doing the sale of electricity, oil, gas, distribution of products in the banking sector. You also have Latvia, which is doing the banks and energy sector companies. Lithuania, which is doing domestic banks and branches of foreign members licensed in the United States and European Economic Area. You have Luxembourg, which is doing for electricity producers. You have Netherlands, electricity again. Norway, wind farms is actually getting the excise profit tax. Poland doing coal and mining companies. Portugal, oil and refining of gas. Also food distribution, interestingly enough. Romania, oil, natural gas, coal, and refining companies. And Slovakia doing electricity producers, natural gas, and refining companies. So I'll conclude with this, Mr. Chair, with the fact that the issue of having an excise profit tax is not foreign with regards to public policy in North America, and is actually the public policy of the European Union. And I would conclude with this. If we just recently look at our history that we've gone through with regards to the excess amount of corporate tax cut reductions that were done from the year 2000 to 2020. On top of that, we had the financial mess that we had the Harper administration do a rescue plan for many different industries, including the banking sector, which actually received a significant amount of public money. And then lastly, we had COVID, and the actual amount of money that was spent by the public on that created the profit margins that were now being abused on Canadian consumers. So I'll conclude by saying that this is not a foreign concept to North America, not to the European Union, and other countries are dealing with it because people are suffering, and the profit margins that they actually got from these profits were not from their business practices, but because of public and social policy. Thank you.
Thank you.